got you on my mind. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. I got you on my side. That's a
Alright, so I just got done with my maintenance, and I would say this was a great purchase. There's a lot of green checks on this car for having, I think, well, now I bought it at 68, or we bought it at 68, and now it's at like 75. So I yeah, so if you guys didn't know, I purchased a new car, and this is it. It's a 2017 Volvo S90, and yeah, so I just got maintenance done for it. I got an oil change last week, and this week I decided to get an alignment because when I got an oil change at Volvo, they told me that I had a severe alignment issue, but as I get here, they told me that the alignment issue isn't bad at all. So Volvo was just trying to get some money out of me, but it worked out anyway because I got the alignment. There was like a few little things that they changed, and then after that, they decided to, after that I got lifetime warranty, so I mean, that's a plus. But yeah, so everything's cool there. That's really nice. They told me some things that I should probably get checked on, which is fine. They were like orange, so they weren't in the red, so that's awesome. And then after that, they decided to give me a quote. They really, if you don't know, I'm at Firestone by the Grand Plaza in Fort Worth, and the guy was actually super duper nice. His name was Dave. I just wrote a good review on him. It's a little windy out here, but wrote a really good review on him. Really helpful, really friendly, and gave me a lot of information. He used to run a Euro shop, so my car's from Europe, so I mean, kudos to me. But yeah, we're gonna give it a little test drive, see how it runs, and then yeah, go on forward, show you guys a little couple features of the car and all that good stuff. So let's rock and roll. All right, so I'm actually leaving the tire place right now, and the car just already feels so much better than it did, which, to be quite frank, like, the car already felt great. And I'm driving like extremely slow because I don't have like a stand for my phone. And like but the good news is I have like a Z flip, so like I have it like kind of curved in, so like it can kind of stand itself up. And the Volvo has like a really big dash, and that's the one thing I love about it, is it has like a, oh, there it goes, it's moving. But it has a really big dash, so like the car itself, there's like a little place I can put that stuff. But overall, like, the car already rolled smooth before, but now it kind of just rolls smoother, I guess. I mean, I don't know, like, it feels a little bit different, but that also could just be because I'm the type of person who, like, if I'm like, oh, I just got an alignment, in my head I'm like, oh, this feels better. Except for an oil change. Only with an oil change do I actually know if the car is running better, and I think I got that from my dad. So, like, yeah. But other than that, like, it's just rolling absolutely amazing, and I just absolutely love it. Me and my wife were debating on what car to get, and then there was like, it was between like, you know, BMW, Audi, or whatever the case may be, right? And just knowing all of those things, or whatever the case may be, oh, I'm gonna go over bump my phone, might fall here. Oh, it doesn't, it just keeps turning. What the heck? What are you doing? But yeah, so, but yeah, like overall, though, I just love it. I love the way it drives. It is an absolute monster. And we were choosing between the Audi and all of those cars just because, like, I do like luxury cars, but at the same time, I don't want to sacrifice too much reliability. And Volvo was kind of just like that in between. Super safe car too, so the insurance is cheap. But Volvo was just like that in between of like luxury and like reliability. So I was just like, yeah, like we'll take it. It's also, I like big cars. This is the S90 2017. Sadly, it's not the long wheelbase because like they didn't start like giving that to America until like 2018, literally the year after. I thought that all of them were long wheelbase, but they weren't. But it's still a relatively large car. It's like 100, I think it's 196 point something. So it's still a relatively large car. I like big cars. It's bigger than my old car, which is kind of mainly what I was going for. And as long as that's the case, then I'm pretty happy. Oh, look at that, just bouncing around. There's like a little cup holder for it, which is like a really cool thing, though. There's like a little cup for it, so it doesn't like fall like towards me. So that's really cool. But yeah, so I love it. But I'll give like a more in-depth interior review of the car when I get back to the house. But the alignment was great, and I just love the car so much. I love it. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. All right, so we are now at home. You see, I'm in a different clothes. I kind of did this video in 2 days, so I got really busy at the end of yesterday. So basically, I just decided to record another day, and this time I'm going to be showing you guys the inside of the car and kind of like all the features that it has that I really like and that kind of spoke out to me when I was getting it. So we're going to jump straight into that, and I think I want to start with the infotainment system. So if you just this, absolutely amazing. The only thing that kind of sucks about it is whenever the car first starts, it's a little slow, but after a while, you know, it starts moving fast like it's supposed to. It's more like to me, it's more like a tablet, really, you know. It doesn't really feel like just a normal infotainment system. It feels like they just grabbed a tablet and pasted it right there. That's what I honestly just feel like. But it's got like normal things, navigation, you can set your location, set where you want to go, stuff like that. It's got Bluetooth, you can switch it. I mean, well, this isn't really Bluetooth, that's not what that section is. That section is for like audio, and like if I want to listen to AM, if I want to listen to FM, Bluetooth, aux cord, and all that good jazz. That's kind of what that section is. Obviously I have it on Bluetooth. You can also download Spotify, which honestly I don't recommend, just because you have Spotify on your phone and that's where the music's going to be playing from anyway. So it's just kind of a waste of time, in my personal opinion. But it's just there for a feature, I guess. If you buy the service for Volvo, you can get it to where you have Wi-Fi within the car, or it has like data from satellites. So you can use Spotify. So I guess if you have a flip phone or something, like for older people that don't really know how to use their phone, I guess you could use Spotify like that. I guess that would be a good idea. But my personal opinion, I don't do that. I think the car does have like a type of people that get it. It's usually older military people. That's who I usually see who have the car, because the two previous owners, I believe that's what they were. So yeah, but anyway, moving forward, you have your phone, keypad, contacts, and all that stuff. You want to call somebody, change your phone, good jazz. Kind of just normal phone things for a car. And then this one can change. The miles per gallon is pretty good. This one can change throughout what you want, because you can just, preferences. That's the scale. You can reset the data after every trip, stuff like that. And then you can change that by doing this. You got car messages. You got car status, kind of tells you like what's going on with the car. Got your oil level, tire pressure monitor, tells you when the next time to service the car. I think it's every 10,000 miles, but I would recommend getting your oil changed every 5 to 7,000 miles. It makes the car run longer, keeps the turbos better. So I think that's the rule for any luxury car. I don't think that you should wait to the recommended service date. You should get it done a little bit earlier, so that will help you out there. So I say every 5 to 7,000 miles. I got it done at 7,000 miles. And then driver performance, it's kind of what we were looking at before. And then travel link. This one is like, if you're subscribed to it, it shows you where gas stations are, it tells you what the weather is, it shows sports, all that type of stuff, kind of what's going on. And then download center, there's like some apps and stuff if you connect your phone to it. And there's application updates, update your maps, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. So I'm just going to go back and set it to what I had it. And then, yeah, so then on this section, this is kind of just like all of your car features that it has. It has sport mode, traction control off, lane aid, parking assist. It has cross traffic alert, auto start stop, which I turn off every single time I get in the car because I think that everyone can universally agree that that is the most useless feature in a car. It has kind of like a blind spot sensor, but like the only thing I don't like about it, if you can kind of see it, it's on that edge right there. It's kind of blacked out right now, but if you can see, it's on that edge right there, and the only thing it does is it lights up orange, and the only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't really give a noise when you even turn the blinker. It just starts flashing. So, I mean, I guess, like, obviously you're supposed to be looking at it, but, you know, I would rather there be a noise like most cars have for their blind spot monitoring, but it's fine. It's still there. And then the camera, it's nice. It's got this type of camera, you know, reverse camera. It's got a 360 camera. You could, like, focus on the side. You can focus on the front. And then you can focus on the left and then focus on the back, which is, you know, fine. I like that. It has like a little lines, some other stuff, you know. The coolest thing that I've actually tried in this car is parking in and parking out. If you drive past a parallel parking spot, right, where your car can fit, the car will automatically park for you, which is absolutely, I think, is amazing for a 2017 car, and it actually works pretty good. It throws the car in there, you know, it does all the gas for you, you do all the brakes. I think that's like, it's absolutely an amazing feature. And then whenever you want to leave the parking spot, you can park out, and it just kind of takes the car out of the parking spot for you. All you do is hold the brakes. You don't have to touch the steering wheel or anything. So I think that that's very cool. The car has a ton of sensors around it for it to do that. Obviously, if you don't trust that, it makes sense. It is a 2017. It's not one of the newest things. I don't even trust it in 2026. But overall, like, I've tried the feature out. It actually works pretty well. And then headrest fold, I'm not going to do it, but it basically folds the backseat headrest. It's kind of obnoxious. You have the road sign information. So like whenever you're driving, it like basically shows the road sign right there. It tells you when to yield. It tells you if it's a school zone. It tells you don't pass here. It tells you this type of stuff. And I think what happens is it's either satellites or the car will use its cameras to scan the road sign in front of you and then place it right there. It is actually insane how fast the car, like as soon as you pass like a road sign that says from 30 to 40 miles per hour, it instantly updates as soon as you pass it. And it's actually pretty cool. So love that. And then got cruise control. I kind of just control that right here. I don't really use that over here. Private locking, corner illumination. It's nice, the corner illumination. So basically when it's dark and you turn to the right, there's like a fog light that turns on every time you turn to the right, and there's a fog light that turns on every time you turn to the left. That's kind of cool. And then this is kind of just like it's ready to be serviced, you know. And then avoid collision assistance. This is nice, but Volvo is so safe. It is sometimes overdoing it. Like, there would be a stoplight ahead of me that slammed on its brakes, and then the Volvo will slam on its brakes. So you're definitely not going to get in a wreck in here. So that's cool, but sometimes it's just a little too much. But I do like the feature because it's better safe than sorry, honestly, and that's why Volvo probably definitely has its safety ratings. So that's the left, and then you have the right side. I'm kind of just showing. There's not really much on the right side. There's the app and all that stuff. Nothing too crazy there. And then the last feature on the infotainment system is the climate. This is basically straight to your head. It's to your feet. You can select multiple and all that good jazz. So that's cool. You got AC. You have recirculation on and off, max defrostation, rear defrostation. You can turn it all the way up to max. This is also really cool because you can drag it rather than just clicking it. So that's pretty nice. I usually set it to 2 to 3 most of the time, gets the job done. And then parking climate, haven't really used this feature yet, but I'm assuming what it is you set a timer. Like, let's say if I get off of work at 5 o'clock or something like that, I can set a timer and be like, okay, boom, I'm getting off at this time, and turn my car on. So by the time I get out to my car, it's already cold. So I'm assuming that that's really useful in Texas, and I'm assuming that that's what it is. You have a maximum of 8 of them, so that's cool there. And then you have these right here. This is your volume, right? You turn up and down, pause, play, hazards, more of the defrost controls, skip, music, left, right. This is not a button. I thought this was a button for the longest. I thought it did something. It doesn't. And then this is kind of just a placeholder, kind of just to make it look even. And if you kind of look at the car, all of this is kind of shifted towards the driver. So really, like, the passenger can get this too, but honestly, I just turn it towards me whenever I don't have a passenger in the car. So there's that. And then you have one over here, have one over there, kind of normal. And yeah, that's really cool. And then let's see, you have this right here. This is your kind of like cup holders and stuff. Your charger goes there. Really cool that I like about it is this can close in. This can close in, so it kind of gives like a more slick and clean look. I kind of like that. It's really cool. But I usually keep it open. And then this is also something, I guess, that happens with the infotainment system, is whenever you click on this, you can have Eco. I use Eco all the time. It's the only mode I use. Dynamic is kind of what I'm using to pass somebody or whatever the case may be. The car isn't extremely fast, but the dynamic definitely makes it feel like way more of a sports car. Even whenever you turn it on, you can like hear the engine get ready, and it's actually really, really nice. The dash is just, it looks cooler and all that good jazz. It shows you the RPMs. That's really the only mode that shows you the RPMs, but you can also customize your cluster. And actually, yeah, I'll show you guys about that. So like you can go in, go to settings. There's a crap ton of settings. I won't go through all of them, but there's a lot. And you can like go to my car and displays, themes, right? So we're gonna click through it, and we have glass, right? Looks normal, minimalistic, really like kind of nothing on there, just minimal. And then you have performance, which is what I use all the time, and it just looks cool. I like the kind of like the italicized numbers and all that good jazz. Then you have chrome rings. Chrome rings kind of looks like more of like a luxury kind of look and all that stuff. So so like, yeah. And then, so I always put it on performance. And then you have like your center display mode. You can turn it on light if you can't see. Then you can turn it on, you know, dark mode, which is what I do. And then you can display information. You can show map, all that type of stuff. There's other displays there. And then more settings, right? And then like there's all those good jazz, all those settings and stuff like that. And then like one other thing about the car is there's a profile. So based off of the key that you're using for the car, you can set a profile, and then whenever you unlock the car or whatever the case may be, it will put into the driver position of the person's key, and then all of this profile setting, right, like all of my customization and all that type of stuff will go to the customization that I set just based off my key, which is actually really cool. I really do like that about this car. And then just to get on some other things with the car, this right here, like none of the stuff in the car feels cheap. It feels very thick, and it feels like, it doesn't really feel hollow. It's not plastic all of this stuff just feels really nice. This feels really nice. The leather feels really nice. Kind of bought it like that, sadly, but hey, it's used. But yeah, this feels really, really nice. This kind of, I wouldn't say this feels cheap right here, but it's nice. But I feel like if you pull that too hard, it's gonna break. You know, this is kind of normal, standard in luxury cars now. You know, all that good jazz. It has like this little pocket right here, and then that's how the trunk opens, and then that's like how bright stuff is in the car. This right here is basically like your glove box, really nice. This is nice. It kind of feels plastic, but it also feels very stern, so I like that. This over here, and then you have this right here, which is nice. It's cool, I like it. And then, yeah, so I'm just gonna go around to the back seat of the car next and show you what that looks like. All right, so now we're in the back, which is actually really cool because I have my seat all the way back, and I have not crazy amount of space, but I'm a pretty tall person. I'm about 6 foot, but my legs are longer than my torso, so like this is pretty good for me. This is pretty comfortable for me. Like if I put it right here, yeah, I can touch the back, but at the end of the day, it's pretty comfortable for me, and not everyone has like just the long legs like I do. This is kind of what it looks like back here. Nothing too crazy. This is really nice though. I love this, like the way their air conditioning is, because it's not on here. This is really nice. This is really nice. And then you have this. You have access to the back of the trunk, which I'll show you guys in a minute. You have this kind of little place right here. Cup holders are right here. And then you have like this little compartment right here. Got some storage space. It's kind of nice. I like it. Put it back. And then, yeah. Nothing too crazy in the back. Kind of just like more comfortable, if anything. You can sit there. Got car seat stuff. Got some speakers back there. The audio kind of sounds good in here. And then, yeah. So I'm going to show you guys the trunk now. Alright, so if you can't see, the trunk is like ginormous. I have 2 jack stands in there. I got some shoes. And then I have some tools just in case. And then I have, you know, that thing. This thing could probably actually go like right here. I think that's honestly where it's supposed to go. Maybe not. Maybe this is too big. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what that's for. I mean, it's kind of really small, so I don't know. Then there's this over here. This is kind of the battery compartment. The battery for the Volvo is back here, because like if you go look at the, which is really cool too. But if you go and look at the, let me see if I can find it. Okay, there we go. So if you go and look, if I can open it. All right, guys, I got to put my phone down. So if you open it and you look, the Volvo, it's a very tight compartment in here. So obviously working on it is not the fondest. You have a plus right here, just like jump cars, but the battery, like I said, is in the back. So you have a plus right there to jump cars and stuff like that. And then, yeah, like you can't really touch much in here because it's just so compact. It looks slick, but it also comes with the fact that Volvos are really hard to work on because of that reason. Because mechanics don't like how tight the compartments are. So there's that. And then you kind of just slam the trunk down. I mean, slam the hood down, stuff like that. And then overall, I love the car. It's very quiet. And like I was saying though, there's a lot of sensors. There's 1 right there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sensors just for the back. There's sensors on the side and stuff like that. And then we got more sensors on the front. Got 1 right here. Got 1 right here. 1 right here. 1 right here. 1 right here, and then 1 over there. So a lot of sensors for safety and all that good jazz. So love that about the car. And overall, I love it. But if you guys want me to do another video on her, I'm probably going to be changing the rims and stuff like that. So if you guys want me to do another video, her name is her name is Blue Stallion, because she's like actually a dark blue. She looks black, but she's not. And yeah, if you want me to do another video on Blue Stallion, let me know. But I'm going to go get her brake fluid changed and stuff like that. So, but yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and make sure to like and subscribe if you want more content. And yeah, see you in the next one.